Hello and welcome to my tarot corner. Now, I have to admit this is a quite difficult day for me. My younger son is going to the army today and he is going to be a fighter. I cannot give you any more details about that, but it's not very easy. I haven't been sleeping for nights, and then this morning I woke up with this excruciating headache, and because of that I just couldn't go with him, and my husband took him, and I feel really bad about that. And I guess that for the next 3 years I don't see myself having a very good night's sleep. But that's enough about me. So this is a question that one of you asked in the comments below, and it was whether or not Prince Charles is still funding Harry through his American branch of the Royal Fund. Now, this American branch of the Royal Fund was founded not long after Harry and Meghan left for the USA, and it did raise question whether this was a way of Prince Charles to move money in order to give to his son, and that would be, of course, completely against everything that Harry has said in the Oprah interview. But we already know that they lied, and the number of lies is just increasing. So I am using the Viceversa tarot. Now, the Viceversa tarot has the upright and the reversed position on the two sides of the card. Now, I apologize that I didn't close my phone, but I'm waiting for news about my son, so I am sorry about that. So anyway, with this, this is why I am, when I'm shuffling it, I am always trying to flip the cards in a way that it will be very shuffled in a way that we can get the upright and the reverse positions as well. And I do not flip the cards when I take them. I just take the card as it is. And I'm taking the Vice Versa tarot because first of all we can see all of the energies around the reverse and the upright, and because of course vice versa. I mean, this is like they claimed one thing, and then we saw that Charles claimed another thing, and maybe they are still getting money from him. So let's start with clearing the deck, of course. And now I'm going to ask, is Charles still giving money to Prince Harry and Meghan? Is Charles still giving money to the Harkles? Is Charles still giving money to the Harkles? Now, I usually pick up the middle one, the middle package, so whatever it is. And although here I can see the card, but I just picked it up without even looking. So what I get is death, and this is death in the negative. No, this is the death in the upright, because this is the other side of it. So the death is actually going towards these people. So this is the negative and this is the upright position. So death is talking about Sorry, my neighbors just started drilling. Well, I'll have to just pause this video and wait. Okay, let's hope that they won't start again. So, death is a card of change. It speaks about in order to start living, you have to kill what was before. And this is the significator card, and this card means that there was a major change, and that is probably the change, major change in Harry's lifestyle, but it can also indicate a change in whether or not Charles is still giving them money. And this card actually tells me that he's probably not giving them money now. Maybe he did in the past, but not right now, because this is a major change that actually kills everything that was before. So that means that the way of life, or the way that Prince Charles was acting towards Harry in the past, is now dead. And now something new has begun. So this is the significator card. And clarifying it is the card of the Page of Cups in the upright position. Now, the Page of Cups is the fantasizers. And I would say that Prince Harry fantasized about getting this money from his father, that everything will be so much easier for him because he would still get money from his father. If I can talk about the way that they, when they first talked about exit, they didn't want to lose everything that they were getting from the royal family. They were talking about only giving up the very small portion of what they were getting from the fund that working royals are getting. But they were still counting on the money that Prince Charles was giving them, because the money that comes from the royal fund, or for the royal family, for the working royals, is a small percentage than the money that actually supports the royals. And for example, Prince William and Catherine are getting from Prince Charles, from his proceeds from his Duchy of Cornwall, quite a lot of money to support them, in addition to the money that they get as working royals. Now, Harry and Meghan, in the beginning, when they wanted out, they wanted like something like half in, half out. They wanted just to give up the money that they get from the royal fund, and they wanted to keep on getting the money from the Duchy of Cornwall. Now, this was their fantasy. They fantasized about making money on their own and still getting money from Prince Charles, and then they will be great. And we know that Prince Charles kept on giving them money at least until the summer after they left, and then probably stopped. And because the Queen would not allow them that half in, half out that they wanted. They had to make a choice. You're either in, you're either out. You cannot be half and half. So, in overall, I would say that this night came here to remind us their fantasy. And because the knight is a fantasizer, he has the tendency to lose opportunities. So they probably had the opportunity to get to be working royals. They had the opportunity to be very well financially, but they chose not to. So we're talking about a major change that came to their life, and the fantasy that just couldn't come true. So this is a significant card and the clarifying card for this one. And let's see, what do we have in the past. And we have the King of Swords in the reversed position. Now, the King of Swords is usually the appeaser. He usually wants peace, is the pacifist, is the Libra. He is trying to get everything balanced. He is trying to appease everyone. But when we are seeing it in the negative, we see the archetype of a person who is indecisive, and he feels that he's sacrificing himself. This is a card of someone who resigns from his job, for example, and burns bridges. Someone who is very rigid and acts without remorse. So this is in the past, and this is just shows us how Harry and Meghan acted. They resigned, they burned the bridges behind them, they tell the whole world that they are sacrificing themselves, that they sacrifice and they feel like victims. And this is also a person, when it is in the negative aspect, who is inconsiderate to other, just the opposite of the real King of Swords, which is very much considerate to others, because he is a pacifist. But when he is in the negative, he is inconsiderate, and this is exactly how we saw Harry and Meghan acting. So our next card is the card that of the hidden influence, and we get the Lovers, and the Lovers in the upright position. So the Lovers card is a card that speaks about being total. Now, being total in what? It means when the Lover cards is not only about lovers, okay? It is about getting everything that is holding you back, everything that is disturbing you in going on with your life, out of your so the Lovers speaks about taking out everything that is disturbing you in going forward with your life. For example, for someone who asks about his love life, and he has an ex that is still very much taking a part in his life, the Lovers card tells him to just take this person completely out of your life if you want a new relationship. And that means take out all of your pictures, take and just burn them, and take out all of the letters that you still have, and just block him completely. This is what the Lovers cards means. And if we're talking about other things, it means taking out all of your clothing that you didn't wear for a few years and just give them away. It talks about taking out all of the unnecessary books from your library. It means decluttering your life, making a way on your spiritual pathway for new things to enter. So this is what the Lover card speaks about, and this is the hidden influence. So the hidden influence is that Harry and Meghan felt that they needed to be completely total in disconnecting themselves from the royal family. And this is exactly what they were doing. They just burned the bridges around behind them. And today I just saw a video by Neil Sean that speaks about the fact that the royal family is expecting some kind of an apology from Harry and Meghan, and probably not a public apology, but some kind of an apology, because they did burn the bridges behind them. They completely cut their families, both their families, out of their lives. And this is what they did, and this is the hidden influence. So they were very total in completely cutting the royal family and their families from their lives. And clarifying this is the Three of Cups, and this is the Three of Cups in the upright position, and the Three of Cups is a card of celebration. So and I do speak a lot about the cycles of the tarot, and this is the third card, which ends the first cycle of the cups, suit in the tarot, and this is the first success in the cups suit. So this is a celebration, but a very minor celebration. So they cut out everyone from their family, and then they celebrated it. They felt it is a reason for a celebration. And this is exactly what they did. And this is the hidden influence, cutting out everyone that they thought that is redundant from their lives, and then celebrating it, thinking that they succeeded in what they wanted. And in the present, we see the Fool, but this is the Fool in the opposite position, in the reverse position. Now, the Fool is a card of someone who values his freedom very much. This is a card of someone who takes risks without obligation, and I'm still talking about the Fool in the upright position. I haven't gotten to the negative aspects yet, but this is someone who is reckless and hasty, and also someone who burns bridges behind him. Someone who is very good in beginnings, but not very good in going all the way through. Someone who is agitated, someone who is feeling false feelings of danger. Now, when it is negatively aspects, we talk about someone who is neglecting things, someone who is sloppy, someone who is completely disconnected from reality, someone who runs away from responsibilities and it doesn't take responsibilities very well, someone who has difficulty in taking decisions, someone who is unfocused, and someone who has difficulty in communicating with people around him, and especially with his family. And this is what we see in the present position. Now, I am going to ask for advice for Prince Charles. And the advice is 10 of Pentacles. And 10 of Pentacles, it is in the negative. Okay, because this is the upright and this is the negative. So this is the 10 of Pentacles is actually a very good card because it's a card of abundance, of the small piece of heaven. This is a card of family usually, and when it is negatively aspected, we are talking about people that are over materialistic, someone who people that are afraid of losses, and family, the family is disengaged and completely dissolved. And this is the card for Prince Charles advice. So this advice is actually telling Prince Charles that the minute that he stopped funding the Sussexes, that was the minute that they decided to come out against him. Now, he funded the Sussexes until the summer of the first year of getting out of the royal family, and then on March after that the Oprah interview came. So this is exactly what happened, and the advice is that he shouldn't go on funding them, because it doesn't really matter if he funds them or doesn't fund them. He will not get them back to the royal family. But I think that this card tells us that the Oprah Winfrey was probably a revenge because he stopped funding them. And clarifying this card is the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands in the upright position. And the Seven of Wands is a card that speaks about focusing on what is important and putting the everything that is trivial out, leaving it out. So this is clarifying this advice to Prince Charles. Focus on what is important. This entire thing about the money, this is just something that you don't need to focus on. This is just water under the bridge. Focus on what is important. Focus on your goal. Leave your ego aside. Don't if you are not doing that, then you will do mistakes. Because if you are not focused on your goal, you're starting to be confused and not concentrated, and you're getting lost in the details. So all in all, as an advice here for Prince Charles, I would say that stopping the funding was probably a good thing that he did, although it led probably to the outlash that Prince Harry is making. But he has to focus on the most important things, and the most important things right now is building his monarchy in the very best way, and looking at how he builds he keeps talking about reducing the monarchy. So he has to focus on that. He has to focus on how the monarchy will look when he is king, and just leave the trivial things. And although Harry is his son, and I'm sure this is not trivial for him, but this is for in the whole picture. And if you look at the whole picture, all of the Harry and Meghan's way of acting and acting out, this is trivial. This is something that is not leading to anywhere that is done anywhere that is constructive. And he needs to focus on the things that are constructive. So let's see what the near future tells us. And the near future is the Queen of Pentacles in the upright position. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is a very organized woman, or a very organized archetype of person, someone, and we call her the shopkeeper, okay, because she's organized, especially in money, and she's very stable, especially in face of change. And if you remember, our significator card was the card of death that represents change. And the Queen of Pentacles is very stable even in face of change. She's very good in everything that is connected with property, with money, inheritance, stability, and so as a near future card, that would tell me that first of all, Harry and Meghan are not poor, okay, and they don't have any money problems. And it also tells me that Prince Charles will be starting to act in this archetype, someone who is stable in the face of changes. So although the monarchy is going to go through changes once he becomes king, and he will need to be very stable and to act decisively and be very good in everything that is connected to his inheritance and and the properties that come with it. So all in all, I would say that according to the tarot, Prince Charles is not funding Harry and Meghan, at least not anymore. And as we can see, he will be and will be very good and stable as when he becomes king. Now, the oracle card that I'm taking is the Ascendant Masters, and because we're talking about inheritance, we're talking about the continuity of the royal family, and Ascended Masters are the all of the masters that were during history, and what kind of wisdom can they give us. So first I'm going to clear it, and so Prince Charles and Harry and Meghan's money connections, Prince Charles and the Harkles money connections, Prince Charles and Harkles money connections. Let's see what we get. Okay, so the card that I get is Artistic Expression by Paul de Valentine. So artistic expression, that would mean that Harry and Meghan will have to start thinking and acting in an artistic way in order to get their money or get their support in the future. They will have to be very creative and start doing things and not just talking about things. And as you saw, they started with signing with Spotify, signing with Netflix, and still haven't produced much except one podcast. So they will need to start getting their artistic or creative ideas and start actually doing something with that and not only talking about it. So this is it for this reading, and I hope you liked it. And if you did, please like, please subscribe, write me an email, write me a comment. And I say it once more, if you want a reading, it is best to write me an email. I do try to read all the comments, but sometimes I find out that I missed some. So please, if you want me to to do a reading on something, write me an email. You can find all of my details in the underlying the box of the video. And I want to especially thank the Duchess of Now Sussex, that is very supportive to my channel. And this is it for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.